Some movement in the front office is happening at the Indiana Fever. The team announcing a former Dallas Wings executive will now be the general manager.
In a highly anticipated move, Lin Dunn, the executive who made the obvious choice of drafting Caitlin Clark in 2024, has been fired as GM of the Fever. What led to this sudden fall from grace? And how will it impact the future of one of the league's most exciting young teams? Is this the right first step of new team president Kelly Krauskopf to make Clark a WNBA champion? The news sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Dunn, once hailed as the mastermind behind the Fever's resurgence, found herself reassigned to a senior advisor role. It's a stunning turn of events for the woman who coached Indiana to their first and only championship, and recently drafted generational talent Caitlin Clark.
Current GM Lin Dunn is moving into a new position with the team. Dunn, who was once the team's head coach, will now serve as a senior advisor to the Fever. She returned to the Fever before the 2022 WNBA draft and helped build the roster this past season, helping the Fever return to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years.
But was this move really a surprise? Despite the Fever making their first playoff appearance since 2016, whispers of discontent had been growing. Now, as the dust settles, we're left with burning questions. In this video, we'll break down what went wrong with Dunn, the key changes happening in the Fever front office, and more importantly, what's next for Indiana. Get ready for a wild ride as we unpack the domino effect of this decision. From the front office to the court, no stone will be left unturned in our quest to understand the Fever's bold new direction, a WNBA championship. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
This is not a drill. Lin Dunn has been fired. I repeat, Lin Dunn has been fired.
A bigger story is unfolding behind the scenes. Kelly Krauskopf, the mastermind of Indiana's 2012 championship, has slipped back into the driver's seat. After her successful stint with the Indiana Pacers, she's been reassigned by ownership to head the Fever as team president and head of basketball operations. But why now? And what does her return mean for Caitlin Clark and the Fever's championship dreams? Krauskopf's comeback isn't just a blast from the past. It's a calculated move that could reshape the Fever's future. With a track record that speaks volumes, she's here to shake up the status quo. From 2000 to 2018, Krauskopf built the Fever into a powerhouse, leading them to 13 playoff appearances, 3 WNBA finals, and 1 championship. Now, she's back to continue what she started.
When you get one of those top 3 to 4 players, certainly it can change your franchise, and it's somebody that you want to continue to build around. It's exciting. It's exciting for our fans and our team.
But what's changed since her first stint? For starters, the league has evolved, and so has Krauskopf. Her time as assistant GM for the Indiana Pacers gave her a fresh perspective on building winning teams. She's bringing that NBA-level experience back to the WNBA, and it could be the edge the Fever needs. Krauskopf's vision goes beyond just wins and losses. She sees the bigger picture, a championship culture that starts in the front office and radiates through every aspect of the organization. Her return signals a commitment to excellence that goes beyond a single season, to build a dynasty around the Fever's generational talent, Caitlin Clark.
This franchise, the Simons made an enormous commitment 25 years ago to be a championship caliber program. We have all the resources, we have the facilities, we have the people, we now have the talent. We need to continue to bring in top free agents. We have a big 3. We have a point, a wing, and a post. You got to have that to challenge for a championship. So we're right on track to do the things that we want to do.
Speaking of Clark, Krauskopf's presence could be the key to unlocking her full potential. While Clark's talent is undeniable, even the greatest players need the right support system to thrive. Krauskopf's eye for talent and ability to build cohesive rosters could be the missing piece in creating a team that complements Clark's skills. But let's not sugarcoat it. This move comes with risks. Changing leadership mid-stride can disrupt team chemistry and momentum. The Fever were showing signs of progress, and there's always the danger of fixing what isn't broken. However, Krauskopf's familiarity with the organization might help smooth any potential bumps in the transition.
Although it didn't end the way we wanted it to end, there was a lot of optimism. There was a lot of enthusiasm around, this is a new beginning, it's a new start. And I think it's great for our franchise, it's great for our fans, and we're excited to see who can join us and help us as we continue to move forward and continue to be a great standard in the WNBA.
The real question is, what does Krauskopf see that others don't? Maybe she sees untapped potential in the current roster, or opportunities to make strategic moves that could push the team over the top. One thing's for sure, Krauskopf isn't here for a rebuilding project. With Clark as the centerpiece, she's likely looking to fast-track the Fever's return to championship contention. Her experience in both the WNBA and NBA gives her a unique perspective on what it takes to build a winning team in today's league. Krauskopf's return also sends a powerful message about the Fever's commitment to success. By bringing back the executive who led them to their greatest heights, they're signaling to fans, players, and the rest of the league that they're all in on competing for championships.
Background in terms of growing up in the organization and understanding everything, the nuances around it, and certainly gives us great perspective. Such great insight as a player, first of all, and I think that's so valuable to an organization like ours.
But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Krauskopf's return is her potential impact on the league as a whole. As a trailblazer who became the first woman to hold an executive basketball management role in NBA history, her influence extends beyond just the Fever. With her connections with league ownership, both in the NBA and WNBA, she could help influence the league to make necessary changes, especially when it comes to player safety and fair officiating that's been plaguing the Fever during the season. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
Yeah, that's right. Amber Cox will be the team's new chief operating officer and general manager. She's been in the business for more than 20 years. She's worked for the Dallas Wings, Connecticut Sun, and the Phoenix Mercury. She even had a hand in drafting Brittany Griner in 2013. She'll officially join the Fever's roster October 28th.
Just when you thought the Fever's front office shakeup couldn't get more intriguing, enter Amber Cox. With a resume that reads like a who's who of WNBA success stories, Cox's arrival raises eyebrows and questions. What does her presence mean for Indiana's championship dreams, and how might she transform the team's fortunes both on and off the court? Amber Cox joins the Fever as their new chief operating officer and general manager, bringing a wealth of experience that could be the key to unlocking Indiana's full potential. Her track record speaks volumes. From her time with the Phoenix Mercury during their championship runs in 2007 and 2009 to her recent success with the Dallas Wings.
Lin Dunn has been demoted from general manager to senior advisor. I don't know what the hell a senior advisor is.
Her time as vice president of sports for the Connecticut Sun from 2016 to 2021 shows she knows how to build a winning team from the ground up. She oversaw all revenue-generating operations, proving she can create the financial backbone needed to support a championship-caliber roster. Kelly Krauskopf, the Fever's president, didn't mince words when talking about Cox. "I have known Amber for over 20 years and have watched her successfully build teams both on and off the court," Krauskopf said. That's high praise from someone who knows what it takes to win in this league. So what does this mean for the Fever? Cox's blend of basketball knowledge and business acumen could be the perfect complement to Krauskopf's vision. Together, they form a powerhouse duo with the potential to fast-track Indiana's return to WNBA dominance.
This is a big move. It shows they're going in a completely different direction. They're making changes. They want to win. She's about business. She's about that business. You want to know what that business is? That business is the business of winning. The business of winning.
Think about it. Cox has connections throughout the league. She knows players, agents, and executives. This could be huge when it comes to attracting top talent to play alongside Caitlin Clark. Free agents who might have overlooked Indiana before, they're going to take notice now. One rumored free agent that the Fever could look at is from Cox's former team, the Dallas Wings. This is none other than Satou Sabally, a do-it-all forward that could provide the team strong shooting at the forward spot. Inserting her into a lineup with Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, and Aaliyah Boston is an offensive nightmare. No one can be double-teamed because the open player will make the opposing team pay. But it's not just about star power. Cox's experience in creating a world-class experience for players and fans could transform the Fever's culture. Happy players perform better on the court. Excited fans create an electric atmosphere. It's a recipe for success that Cox has perfected over her career. And let's not forget about the business side. A stronger financial foundation means more resources for player development, better facilities, and the ability to compete for top-tier free agents. Cox's proven ability to boost revenue streams could give the Fever a serious edge in building a championship roster.
Chief Operating Officer of the Dallas Wings, led day-to-day operations, oversaw ticket sales, partnerships, marketing, communications, broadcast, community efforts. the Wings were establishing the franchise best marks amongst key business metrics.
The timing couldn't be better. With Caitlin Clark already making waves, the Fever have a once-in-a-generation talent to build around. Cox's expertise could be the catalyst that turns Clark's individual brilliance into team success. As the dust settles on the Fever's front office shakeup, all eyes turn to Caitlin Clark. Her record-breaking debut season set the stage, but now comes the real challenge. Can Indiana's new leadership create a championship ensemble capable of competing year in and year out? Caitlin Clark's freshman year was nothing short of spectacular. She lit up the league, smashing 62 records in the process. Clark's impact was immediate and undeniable, setting the single-game assist record and becoming the first rookie to post multiple triple-doubles. Her performances had fans on the edge of their seats, wondering what she'd do next.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar. Not a female superstar, she is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
But even as Clark dazzled on offense, the Fever's struggles were evident. The team's defense ranked among the lowest in the league, a glaring weakness that was seen all season long. Some games became shootouts, and if the shots weren't falling, the Fever took the loss. The lack of a strong bench and defensive strategy often left Clark and the rest of the starters in tough spots. Now, with new management in place, the focus shifts to building a team that can maximize Clark's generational talent. The first order of business, Kelsey Mitchell.
To pick up the 2018 draft, and you know that she's one of the best players at the pro level. Kelsey Mitchell.
Her 19.2 points per game provided crucial scoring support for Clark, and their on-court chemistry was evident. Keeping this backcourt duo intact could be the foundation of a potent offense for years to come. Now that Lin Dunn is gone, the writing is on the wall for Coach Christie Sides.
You don't know how to use Caitlin Clark's strengths. You don't know how to play to her weaknesses. You don't know how to draw up a simple out-of-bounds play. You don't know how to calm down muddy waters. You don't know how to call a timeout and relax everybody's emotions. You don't know how to talk to the referees. All you know how to do is wave your arms and defensive slide on the sidelines. And Christie Sides, I'm tired of seeing it every single game.
Her coaching approach has drawn criticism, particularly for defensive shortcomings. The team ranked second worst in the league defensively, a major issue that demands immediate attention. Another concern is Sides' rotation strategy, often over-relying on her star players for extended minutes. Additionally, her game management has been questioned, from engaging with referees to defending her players and calling key timeouts to control momentum. Krauskopf now faces the decision of whether to stick with Sides or bring in fresh leadership to address these coaching challenges. Speaking of defense and team chemistry, the Fever need players who can stop opponents and create turnovers, allowing Clark to work her magic in transition. One intriguing possibility is the potential departure of Nalissa Smith. While talented, Smith's fit alongside Clark has been questioned by fans and analysts alike. Could a trade be in the works to bring in a defensive specialist or a veteran presence?
Nalissa Smith has publicly said farewell to the Indiana Fever and is basically forcing her way off of the team.
But it's not just about adding pieces, it's about finding the right ones. Clark's ability to make her teammates better is evident, but she needs players who can enhance her strengths. This means acquiring 3-and-D talent. Players who can knock down the open shots Clark creates and hold their own on the defensive end, especially at the forward spot. The new management team of Kelly Krauskopf and Amber Cox brings a wealth of experience in building winning rosters. Their challenge now is to surround Clark with players who complement her play style while addressing the team's weaknesses. This could mean targeting specific free agents, making shrewd trades, or even overhauling the coaching staff to implement a more robust defensive system. Clark's competitive spirit and desire to win are crucial for her development and the team's success. Her ability to adapt and improve throughout her rookie season has set high expectations for her future. But without the right support system, there's a risk of Clark's talents being wasted on a team that can't compete at the highest level. The clock is ticking. While Clark is just beginning her professional career, the window to build a championship team around a superstar is often shorter than expected. The new management needs to act decisively to capitalize on Clark's prime years and turn the Fever into a true contender. The Indiana Fever's recent shakeup has set the stage for a potential WNBA dynasty, with Kelly Krauskopf back at the helm and Amber Cox joining as GM. The team's front office is primed for success. These powerhouse executives bring a wealth of experience and a proven track record of building championship-caliber teams. But the real excitement lies in how they'll support Caitlin Clark, the Fever's rising star. Clark's incredible freshman season averaging 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game, has already turned heads. Now, it's up to Krauskopf and Cox to surround her with the right talent. The Fever's future hinges on smart roster moves, improved defense, and possibly a coaching change. With record-breaking attendance averaging over 17,000 fans at home games, the stage is set for Indiana to become a WNBA powerhouse. The question is, can they seize this golden opportunity? Do you agree with the changes that the Fever needs to make? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.